I had brought down my 40 to 10 meter fan dipole antenna recently and tightened the connections at the place where the antenna elements are attached to the 1:1 balun. The antenna seemed to work well after that, but within a few days it started showing high SWR on all bands and I was in a dilemma. I was thinking that there was seeping of water into the coax and waited for a sunny day. Today it was a sunny day in our rainy season. Even after being in bright sunlight for a full day, the antenna showed high SWR. Hence, I brought it down once again and disconnected the PL259 connector from the 1:1 balun at the feed point. Then I shorted the inner conductor and outer conductor using a crocodile clip. Went to the shack and checked continuity. As I had expected, there was no continuity. Then I unscrewed the components of the outer part of the crimping type of PL259 connector back onto the RG213 coax. This was what had happened. When water entered and corroded the copper strands of the shield, they got disconnected from the connector. Then I removed the protective sheath of the coax and exposed the shield well and removed the damaged portions. There was a lot of distance from the seemingly healthy part of the shield and the outer connector of PL259, so I could not connect it directly. Using my new 100 watt soldering iron, I released the central conductor of the coax also from the PL259. But I could not fully clear the solder inside the central part of the connector, so that I was unable to push the central conductor of the coax inside it. Hence I decided to use a new PL259 connector which I had in shelf fortunately. Soldered both inner conductor and outer conductor and assembled the full set and mounted the antenna. This is the 40 meter monitoring and I can see that SWR is slightly above 2 in this frequency 7055. I am now using the internal automatic tuner. You can see the rattling sound of the relay and it has tuned. Now you can see SWR. Tuned SWR is 1:1. I am now checking on 20 meter. SWR is excellent, 1:1. It's on 21 megahertz, the third harmonic of 40 meter. SWR is about 2 and I am tuning it. Anything between 2 and 3 can be tuned by the auto tuner of FT710 and you can see that tuned SWR is 1:1. The antenna has elements for 10 meter also. Again the SWR is between 2 and 3. Auto tuner is functioning now and now auto tuning is over. SWR is 1:1. So now I am able to use this antenna for 40 meter, 20 meter, 15 meter and 10 meter. That is the original aim of that 40 to 10 meter fan dipole antenna. On 3 bands SWR is elevated, but trimming it or extending it to exact SWR is going to be very tough for me. At least I got one band which has excellent SWR, that is 20 meter, that works well without tuning. On air testing, first I tested 40 meter. I could get good reports from my friends. Later I moved to higher bands. Luckily on 10 meter I could work to new countries, Suriname and Saint Lucia.